Hello, I'm Charlotte and this is Books and Bargains. Today I'm coming to you with a new kind of series on my channel and I hope it goes down well. I realise that my most popular videos here are my wrap-ups and my hauls, but I sometimes think that means that books that I have loved in the past, etc., kind of get lost. So in this series, I'm going to pick 5 books on a particular genre or topic and big them up. Today's video is going to be 5 thrillers that kept me gripped from beginning to end. And I just wanted to address that, as far as I'm aware from looking at this list, these are all by white authors. And I know that I need to do better in seeking out mysteries and thrillers written by black authors. So if there's any that you recommend, please let me know below and I will continue to seek those out. But for now, I want to talk to you about, as it says in the title, the 5 thrillers that have kept me gripped from beginning to end. The first one I've got to talk to you about is Sweet Pea by C.J. Skews. Now, this was one of my first kind of forays into the thriller genre. I didn't really read thrillers before last year, and this was perfect. I picked this up because both Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books and Victoria from What Victoria Read had spoke about this one, and I always go with the quote of think Bridget Jones meets American Psycho, and yeah, Rhiannon is a pretty normal woman. She goes about her daily life. She doesn't like people in her office. She gets a boyfriend. But oh yeah, she's a serial killer. And it's one of those books that you almost shouldn't love. It is disturbing, but it made me laugh a lot of the time. She has a kill list and it ranges from the ridiculous, like I think one of them, it's either in this one or in Bloom, it's the man who squeezed her bread while she was packing it or something. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Of course, I was always going to include a Claire Mackintosh in here, and out of the 4 Claire Mackintoshes I've read, 3 which are thrillers, this one had to come out on top. Anna is coming to terms with the fact that both her parents have died in what the police are calling a kind of double suicide at Beachy Head, although all along she doesn't believe that it was suicide and believes there was murder. So she goes through the paces to try and find out what really happened to her parents. And I have to say, without giving any spoilers, this kept me gripped and shocked up until the very last line. I find with some thrillers, as it winds down at the end, once I've had the big reveal and whatever, I'm like, meh, okay, that was cool, I'm bored now. Whereas this one kept me gripped until the very end. The next book I picked up on a total whim on holiday. When we were on holiday last year, there was a lending library, so I put a few books in there that I'd read and I picked this one up. I'd never heard of Lucy Clark before, but this one was bloody creepy. Elle lends her house out on a kind of Airbnb site, and when she comes back, nothing seems quite right about their house, and all through she's trying to piece together what has happened and what's made her feel so kind of on edge in her house. And yeah, that's all I can really tell you without giving any spoilers. It really creeped me out, this book, and I would say good 3 or 4 times in the book I thought I'd worked out the ending, and there was always turns that came. I've never reread a thriller because I thought that once I knew what the ending was I wouldn't enjoy it as much, but I am going to try and give some of these a reread. All 3 that I've mentioned so far I read last year, so the details are a little bit hazy now, which is good if I want to do a reread. The next book I read was The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and again, this had a really creepy atmosphere. I didn't know when I read this. This was sent to me as part of a Tandem Collective read-along, and it is based on the turn of the screw. I always go to say the turn of the shrew, and I know that's not right, but it's what is in my head. This book follows Rowan, a nanny, who takes a job on a remoted house in Scotland to be a nanny for 3 children. The house is a smart house and I'm a little bit freaked out by technology like that anyway. And weird things start to happen. But at the beginning of this book, you know that Rowan has been accused of murder of one of the children, and it's piecing together how she got to that stage and what really happened. Like I said, it gripped me from the beginning. Ruth Ware seems to be an author who manages to get a big atmosphere into her books. I have read The Woman in Cabin 10, which I didn't particularly like, but this one is definitely a gripper. And last but not least, the lovely people at Book Break sent me You Are Not Alone by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan. This is currently in my top 10 of the year so far. This one, again, had me really creeped out. It follows our protagonist, Shay, who one day is going to work and sees a woman jump in front of a train on the platform station. I don't want to say the word loner, but I guess Shay's a bit of a loner. She wants true love, she wants a family, she wants to fit in with her friends. And she goes along to the memorial for this woman, just totally on a whim. And it starts her off on this journey of meeting the Moore sisters and becoming friends with them. Again, this is twisty, and it's hard with thrillers, isn't it? I don't like to go into thrillers knowing too much, and I don't want to spoil it too much. But this one, again, had surprises that I didn't see come in. I've never read a Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan book before, but I know that Victoria has said that she liked The Other Wife, and I think they're a bit of a Marmite taste, but I am going to give some of the books a go. So they are the 5 thrillers that had me gripped from beginning to end. Have you read any of these books? Let me know below what you thought of them. And until next time, look after yourselves, please like and subscribe, and have a good day. Bye!